Let's go. Let's go. I like to thank everybody for taking the time out of their night and joining us. This is Real Bread Life. I am Jug. So, what I want to do first is let everybody know where they can catch us. YouTube is Real Bread Life. Instagram is Real Bread Life. Facebook is Real Bread Life with two E's. The group is Real Bread Life. And on TikTok is Breadville. So, tonight I wanted to talk just about a couple things real quick. And the main thing I wanted to get into was route acquisition and some of the things that you may encounter or some things to look at when you start looking for a route. So there are a bunch of different types of routes. There are a bunch of different bread vending opportunities out there. So I just had a few things that were on my mind about the subject, and we'll get into them. So let me get. Okay. So, so one of the things that there are a bunch of different things. So what I just wanted to have a quick list of five different things that if it was me, I would want to look out for, or some of the things, or some of the a few questions I would ask myself if it was me looking at a route. And the reason I say this is because I get emails and I get chat questions all the time, every week, at least one with a bunch of different questions about how do I get started? What do I look for? What's the best route? When can I go with you to see what it looks like? And that's not probably the first question to ask, or that's not where you want to begin your bread business journey. And the reason I say that is because there are so many different or other questions to ask before you just want to go out on a route. And there's no particular order, but if I had to have five things that or five questions to be answered before you start the bread business journey, I will go something like this. What is the area that you live in? And if you're looking at a route in your own town, city, or state, where is it located? Where is the depot that the bread route opportunity is at? What's that distance from your house, right? Where you would be loading your truck. Just say if you were looking at a route. Where is the area that you're going to be servicing with that route? When I say where is that area, I mean the distance. So you want to know the distance from your residence to the sales center or depot you're going to be going. I'm sorry, you may not. I'm sorry. So where is the distance, or what is the distance from your residence to the sales center or depot you're going to be going to load your truck at? Where or what is the distance from that depot or sales center to the area you're going to be servicing? The reason I'm asking you to ask yourself those questions and find out that information is because the gas is going to play a part in your weekly settlement. And what that means is this: once you acquire a route and you start delivering that bread, unless you buy that route outright, you're going to have a route payment. Within that route payment, you're also going to have your supplemental insurance payment, your vehicle insurance payment, settlements going to be taking money out for the route, as well as company dues and company fees, I should say, that go along with your route payment. And even if you buy a route outright, that those payments, you're still going to have to pay some fees that go along with the route business. As so figure that in. And You're going to figure in all your other expenses weekly. So that plays a part. The distance, it makes a difference. Gas is very important when it comes to running a bread route, whether you have a diesel or you have a regular gas vehicle. And some people do use trailers, and some use Sprinter vans, and some use smaller box trucks, some use bigger box trucks. And all that has to be figured in. So that's why I just had to think about, where is the route located? And as far as that, with how far it's located, because you want to figure that in. So those are two things you want to know. The next thing would be, what type of bread route are you looking at? Or is it bread at all? You could be looking at chips. You could be looking at cookies. You could not even be looking to get in with the company. You could be going the independent route. There are independent snack routes. There are independent cookie routes. There are independent bread routes as well. There are some people that deliver bread that are not even connected or associated with any of these major companies that we always speak of. And when we speak of these companies, we're talking about the Bimbo, we're talking about the Flowers, talking about Pepperidge Farm, we're talking about Schmidt, and even the Khaleesi's and things like that. So, and if you're in another state other than ours, there are some smaller mom and pop sort of operations that are around, because we have them here as well. So you want to think about, what type of route are you trying to do? That would play another part in the decision that you make, because all percentages are different. They go from the 18% payout, 20%, 22%, 24%, and things like that. So that's what you want to ask. What type of route am I looking to get into? Snacks and cookies are way different than bread. And all the companies' payouts are different. So where is it located? How far is it? What do I want to do? Is it cookies, chips, or bread? Or is it snacks? And is it independent all the way around? And I say independent, meaning you wouldn't even be partnered with one of the companies like a Schmidt, a Flowers, a Bimbo, or a Pepperidge Farm. You would just buy your bread or snacks from a distributor who wholesales those products. So after that, it would be, when you figure out which company, after those four things, the last thing would be, you want to ask yourself, is this life for me? Is this what I want to do? Because it is an all around life changing event to buy a route, to get into the business. And even if it wasn't you bought one, if you partnered with someone, then committed full time to work a route, and it's a lifestyle change. You will be committing to getting up early in the morning. And I know some guys or women out there would say, well, I don't get up at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. I get up at 6 and I go in at this, and that's fine. I know the people that are successful in this business are up early, very early in the morning, to make sure that they're successful in the business that they're doing. So you want to commit to that lifestyle change. You want to be sure that this is what you want to do. Over the last few years that we've been doing these videos, and we've been live for this last year and some change, we've talked to a number of people who have said the main thing was getting acclimated to the early rising and being able to commit to it and stay dedicated to it, and having the discipline to follow through with it. Once you do it consistently, it becomes second nature, and you know, it's not that big of a deal, and you don't even realize that your lifestyle has changed as far as the times that you sleep and wake. So that would be, you know, one of the last things I would say. There are so many other components that go into it, but when I say what are some of the things, the first 5 things to me, you want to figure out where, how, as far as how you're going to make that work, that distance and that time frame, what type of route you want to have, commit to it, and follow through with it, and which company you want to go with. Like I said, all the percentages are different. They're all different and they vary from company to company and from region to region, whether it's the Midwest, the Northeast, where I'm located, or the South, or on this East Coast, all the way up and down. We find that all companies are different. Everyone works differently within those companies, and the level of support as far as partnerships goes, from company to company is different, is what we're finding from the information we're getting when we speak on the lives and those that are interacting with us. So figure out which company you think best suits you. Do your homework, do your research, and be sure that when you figure out or make a decision where you want to go with it, that it's what you want to commit to. So that's just something I wanted to get out, because I've had quite a few inquiries or few questions on that subject and that topic. And with doing some of the things I've been working on over the last couple weeks, building a list out of questions to be answered, topics to be covered, and resources to be built for those things. I just wanted to share that with the people and put that out there. And we answered some questions this week, Brandon and I, for a couple people, and I was happy to be able to do that. We have some more answers for a couple of people that did email me, and the response back and forth kind of went dead. Just want to let you know we have your information. Reach back out and I'll get it to you. We did the breakdowns for you, the numbers and the information that you did send to me. Those that sent me information and didn't get it back yet, you know who you are. So just reach out. I got you. Everything's all set. We put it together for you. So with that being said, Carolina, what's going on, good brother? Jay Moore, what's up? I see you out there. Weather is getting nice. It is roll season. What's going on, Jay? I definitely put one of my tables up today in BJ's. I didn't get a chance to. I was gonna post it up. There's nothing major. I got one more to put up this weekend. I just didn't have enough product when I filled up the aisle, so I didn't want it to be like. I don't like my tables being light at all. Not that I don't mind them having holes in them and being picked through, but when I first put them out, I like them to be set heavy all the way through, front to back, top to bottom, and I want to make sure that I'm presenting them ready to go. And this weekend is going to be that weekend, so we could line up for next weekend and make sure that we're ready. The time of year is right now. I already see the increase from what I was doing for the last I'll say six months to right now, already up about 1,200 a week. We're up in the numbers, so we're moving right along. It's right where we need to be. So any questions, anything you want to ask, anything you need help with, email is on the screen, jug@realbreadlife.com. The website is realbreadlife.com. You can go on there and leave an email if you like, and we will definitely get back to you. Joel, what's going on, buddy? Yes, definitely ready. Actually, Joel, I'm glad you I meant to say that. Joel, we did an interview. I got a chance to talk to the good brother. We chopped it up, and we had a good interview, and there's 2 shorts on the website right now. They're getting some views. So I'm going to eventually put the whole episode up. I just wanted to get those couple of shorts out. Again, Joel, thank you so much. It's definitely time to get it going. Appreciate you checking in. Get that. So one of the other things I wanted to say too was that and one of my stores very supportive, my majors, with getting like I said, got the tables up. The other one, I'm still waiting to get the end caps. We'll see how it goes, and I'll give you guys some feedback. And once I get the feedback, once I get a response, they're kind of dragging their feet in one of my stores. So I don't want to really talk bad about them. It's not that they did anything wrong. It's just, they're not moving fast enough to get me to space. What I can say is I fell back with the bread and I went more heavy with the rolls, and it's actually balancing out perfectly. Like I said, I'm not the best at it. I think I'm pretty decent. So I'm roll heavy, bread light, but I'm not missing anything. Definitely not missing anything. I definitely wanted to say last week, with it being Mother's Day, that went really, really well with as far as the sales as far as bread went. I think I did pretty good sales wide all the way around. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be as far as the stale that I picked up. Of course, always going to be some stale, but if you don't put out enough to get any stale, you're not putting out enough. If you don't put out enough to get back some stale, you're not putting out enough, is what I've learned. So for all those out there that think you're not supposed to bring back any bread, you're supposed to bring back some bread. You're just not supposed to bring it all back. You're not supposed to bring it all back. You're supposed to bring some back though. So I wanted to make sure I came on to talk about those couple of things. I got to practice tonight for the high school kids. So I just want to make sure that I touched upon those couple of subjects, got that information out there. Also, we're almost ready with the product. For those that are looking for more detailed interaction and a personal support as far as help with their route acquisition, meaning you're buying a route and you want to get a hands-on assist from start to finish, we will be able to do that for you. We are actually in the process of doing that with 2 people right now. And they're if you would use a baseball analogy, from first, second, third, and getting to home, they are actually rounding second, and it's a good feeling, and it's going really well. We have some hands-on experience already happening, and it's going how it's supposed to go. So reach out, we will respond, and we'll talk about that. And in the coming month, you'll actually see more of the offer in that sense. But right now, we're just sharing with the people as much as we can, as often as we can, in all areas. So the community is growing. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. We appreciate the interaction. Like, subscribe. Please keep sharing. It's working, and we're growing. So with that being said, I'm not going to be on for too long. I really just wanted to keep the consistency, touch on those couple areas. If anybody has any questions, let me know. If not, I'm going to keep it moving and get ready for what I got to do this afternoon. Moving forward in the next month, where we in May still, in June, I'm going to be going live in the late mornings. I think it's going to be. I don't have the time frame yet that we came up with, but along with the Thursday, we're going to do. I don't know how many times a week it's going to be. It may just be on a Monday or a Tuesday, but we're going to do an afternoon, morning wrap up, follow up live for those that anyone that wants to join or be a part of it. And then in the summertime, we're going to start the community based daily live. And it's going to only be community, it's going to be more support community based for members of the community that are being supported with route related support, if that makes any sense. I'll define it more in July, but right now we're going to stick to what we've been doing and also offer the Thursday, but the morning and afternoon would be for members of the community that are really based on support with what they're getting done as far as their routes are concerned. So Flint, what's going on, good brother? I saw a bimbo guy in my area with 6 hutches, 2 grills, and 1 end cap in a Walmart for buns going all out this year. Yes. See, and that's one of the things I didn't want to say. They didn't offer me a grill spot in my Walmart yet. And I haven't even gotten the end caps. And for some reason, I don't think they understand the importance of getting this going now. You want to set the trend for the people early. You don't want to just wait for next week. You want to line them up now with those end caps, those hutches, those grills, and those displays. You want to get them familiar and used to it now so that they could keep picking from it from now until September. I'm just a firm believer of, if you get the space and you put it out there now, you could run with it all throughout the season. I keep mine full. I'll fully support my hutches, end caps, and displays all the time. So that's dope. Whoever's got that lined up like that right now, good for them, man. They got a great support team, management in the stores, in the sales center. They must work really well together if they have those type of things going on right now, and they're being supported, So good for them. I wish it was like that for me. And you said it's a bimbo guy too. Flint, where you located at again? Six hutches, 2 grills, and an end cap. Okay, yeah, okay. They doing it right down there in VA. I support that. I love VA. That's dope. Good for them, man. Good for them. Whoever that is right there, they eating properly down there. That's what it needs to be. I am a supporter of that. Keep that going. Hopefully he keeps it filled, and he has a good season. Hold on 1 second. I have to respond to the people on the Instagram side. Sorry, I'm working it all myself. Give me a second. I gotta respond to the people on the Facebook side. Okay, we back. Oh, okay. All right. Dumfries. Okay. I go through there when I'm on my way down sometimes. Okay. I'm gonna have to pop in there when I come through one time. I'm actually gonna be heading down that way in the next couple weeks. Definitely pop in there and see what it looks like. Hold on. What's going on, Mobile Kev?
What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good?
You moving around, huh?
Yeah, I had to go get an MRI done. It was awesome.
Oh,
I just
okay.
thought I'd pop in and say what's up. I haven't seen you.
I appreciate it, man. So no
Yeah.
break dancing this weekend, huh?
No breakdancing, no fun in the sun, you know. Just
Okay.
got my wifey the chauffeur breaking me up and stuff, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, how's it
That's
going?
good. Everything good. Everything good.
Everything's good in the hood.
Yeah, talking a little bit about, these displays, the roll season.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing much. Did you ever get your tables up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had to do a little thievery on those.
Yeah, nah, I see. I saw a little Artie grabbing one today for himself. Um, dude from MVA was
Yo,
just saying how somebody in
uh,
Walmart had a grill, 6 hutches, end cap. So he's out of there. Let me see what you got. Woodbridge Walmart and Potomac Mills. Nearby is the same, but with flowers, getting all the display space. Yeah, man. And that's what I was just saying a minute ago. Before you guys came on, I don't know if you had caught it before you had gotten a chat, but a lot of in different places, the level of support is good. I like to see that. I like to hear that, whether it's Flowers, Pepperidge, or us and with Beambo. I like to hear when the partnership is really a partnership and they're being supported in that way. That's what it's supposed to be. And I tell people all the time, don't look at a lot of the you hear negative comments and other videos I've had that, people, I would never buy this, or I'm glad I got out and I left. You're always going to hear everything has two sides. You know what I mean? There's a left, there's a right, there's a up, there's a down. There's a positive and there's a negative. Always going to be two sides. So I like to hear when someone is getting that support. I like to see when it is working out because sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't work out, like we all know, and I know people personally that had things not work out with their route. Whether it's a big route, a small route, or whatever it may be in all different companies. But I like to hear when it goes good. I like to see when it goes good. And I even more so like to be involved when it goes good. And if I'm not, so be it. But if I can have a hand in or give input, insight, or affect in any way something positive happen for somebody with the route, I'm glad to be a part of it. So, excuse me, give me 1 second. So, hold on. Clint, what's going on, good brother?
Boss man, you.
I'm good. How you been?
Oh, just doing a lot of training with the kid. He's every weekend, man. We got so many practice. Like I've been missing him, but I've been your
Right.
yeah, man. I saw the yeah, I saw that. I saw what you sent about the expand yeah, they're getting stronger and they're getting Bimbo's getting stronger in China. I see that. I saw that that news article.
Right. Yeah.
I
So
I didn't get. I'm sorry if I broke. I came into. I don't know what you were talking about. I
no,
saw the.
you good.
Okay. Okay.
We were just, like I said, we were just talking about the displays going up, and then
Okay.
I was saying how Flint had put in here a few things about in his area and different stores in different towns where they were getting supported, whether it was Beambo, the Beambo guy was doing good, and the Flowers guy. And I was just saying how it's good to see whatever company it is that the partners are being supportive. And
Yeah.
that, because that's why we get into the business and people want to get into the business. And when you see some people talking about, oh, I would never do that, I did it for 15 years and I had to get out, and other people saying how they had a negative experience, it's not always the case. And I was just giving the feedback that everything has two sides.
That's true.
And
That's true.
we can't always speak to what someone's experience is. We can only speak to what ours is.
Yeah.
And when
That's true.
someone has a question about the business, I'm going to give them the honest answers. Yes, there's things that don't always go right. And when it doesn't, we figure out what it is. And if we can correct it, we do.
That's true.
And
That's true.
that's what I was just speaking about. So you didn't really interrupt much. We were just doing what we do, just going back and forth and chopping it up. And real quick, so he said there's a Publix. He got a Publix, and a lot of my rolls are BOGO next week. Yeah, that's smart merchandising when it comes to the partners. It should be BOGOs. It should be the sales. If like with us, and we have like what's called a Big Y, which is like a Publix, and they have what's the Starship, which is the display in the middle of the area by the what's that? The deli.
Okay.
That's where the roll should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good merchandising. So yes, it should be all the BOGOs and all the roll sales should be set up starting next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and all the way in. So
Well, I noticed something about my bimbo guys in my area. Are you guys they're pushing hot dog and hamburger buns in the bimbo brand? Are they doing that to you guys or no?
yeah. So
Okay.
your volume's kind of low. I don't know if your phone volume is down low.
Okay, I'm turning it up now. I got it all the way up. I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say it again now.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed my bimbo guys, they got like a pink and they got a blue bag. So the pink bag is the hot dog buns, and the blue bag they're coming in 8 count. And I've noticed I saw them this week, and they're like $1.96 a pack, and they're the Bimbo brand. Like the
yes,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I see that.
They switched up. Those are the Beambo rolls, the hots and the hams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put those in. I put those in one of my stores as well. Yeah,
So
they move pretty good.
How long have you been selling them? Because my guys just got it. My bimbo guys around me, they just started putting it out like a week
I've had them now for about 2 months.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think
okay.
I might have got them early and started pushing them early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yep, I've had them for about 2 months.
Man, they in the way, man.
Yeah.
They put them on a reset. We just had a reset, and they took up they got like 4 faces, man. They in the way, man. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? In the spot where I put them, I only put them in one spot, but it's the same place I put most of my 8-pack ballparks.
Okay.
And there's a battle. Like they both go good. They sell better to me than the Arnold rolls, the 8-packs.
Okay.
But in my BJs, the 16s go.
Hold on, you have the 16 what?
No. The Arnold 16s. The Beambo are not a 16. They're only an 8-pack.
Okay. See, my guy has the Sara Lee 16s. So
yeah, now those are the ballparks, the big ones.
Well, they're not the ballpark, but they're the brand. I don't know if you don't sell Sara Lee up there, do you?
They do. We do. They stopped.
Okay.
We stopped. We used to have the 12 packs.
Okay. No, he has the Sara Lee 16s here at in our Sam's Club that I service. So he has the Sara Lee, and you have the ballpark, right?
Oh, okay. See, for us, we don't do the Sara Lee rolls. The ones we do sell are the artisanal breads and the dinner rolls.
Hmm.
I don't personally sell a lot of the Sara Lee rolls, hamburgers and hot dog rolls. We sell the ballparks and they go under the same SKU
I
as
got you.
for the Sara Lee bread.
Okay. Are you checked in at your or are you pay by scan at your BJ's?
Yeah, we're scan based.
You're scan. Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Everywhere
Okay.
except for one of the supermarkets, which is the Big Y, which would be the equivalent of like a Publix or a Giant or a
Okay.
Stop and Shop. Like, yeah.
With Sam's Club here, we don't have we everybody is we're checked in at Sam's Club. So that it really sucks, but that's how it is. All vendors are checked in. Nobody is paid by
Right.
scan.
Well,
So I mean,
the Sam's Club up here, which is Brandon used to have that route and he sold it. But he used to be checked in because I remember doing the video with him when I
yeah,
recorded him and his wife one time, and that's where they were. It was the Sam's Club, and he definitely got checked in.
yeah, man.
And and
It's so
and you know
time
what?
consuming.
And it was a check-in, but I don't think it was more or less they definitely had to check them in. You know?
But they kind of skim. It wasn't like a each tray, but it was like okay,
Right, right.
yeah, something because they got things to do too. I get that, but yeah, so it's like a little skim through. I know 6 comes in this 5 or 7 comes in this tray. So how many trays you got? You got 15. Okay, well, cool. You got okay. Yeah,
Right.
move on.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
they
yeah,
pretty much just eyed a product. It wasn't
yeah,
more a detailed
yeah,
like back
yeah,
like how when we used to be checked in, checking the bread.
yeah. Now all my WalMarts, yeah, we're typically scan based and all our Walmart. My Target, I'm scan based. Walmart, I'm scan based. Even Aldi's, I have an Aldi's here. I'm scan based in there too. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, that saves a lot of time.
Oh, yes. I just hate inventory time. I dislike inventory time. I just don't. It's like it's you want to get in there and work it and leave, and then you got to turn around and count every piece. I mean, I dislike the inventory, but I do like just walking in the back door, not having to worry about to be checked in or anything like that. So it has its pros and cons.
Yeah, and we were talking about the inventory a few months ago, and my thing is every Monday I do mine, and some guys were doing it quarterly, and yeah,
Okay.
well that affects the numbers, which we know we
Yeah.
talked about that before. So for me,
Yeah.
every Monday weekly is better for me, and it's more of an accurate count because
Okay.
that quarterly thing is backed up, and it just doesn't work out well for me. I don't like that.
Yeah, they charge us weekly too. So if my scan base is off like this tomorrow, I'll do my count. I do my count for Target and Walmart tomorrow. Then on Mondays I do my count for Aldi's. But if I'm off, they'll charge me back. If I was off last week with my count, they'll charge me back. I haven't even looked at my settlement. I typically look at my settlement today. I didn't have time, but I typically look at my settlement to see if they charge. So they're charging us back every week now.
Right.
And my
And that's the thing. And that's what I think, it's funny because what happens is I think throughout all the companies somewhere, they must definitely all switch up at the same time because it
yeah,
used to be okay for the quarterly. Now, even Beambo's doing that with some of the guys. That's why the guys got upset. They said, oh, now I got to do it every week because they're
yeah,
holding that money. They're
exactly.
charging back. So
Yeah.
because what was happening is that was holding them up. You
Oh wow.
got them months behind. I'm saying the company. So that's why they made it a requirement for everyone to kind of do it weekly. And they were all saying, well, they can't make us do it weekly. They really can't, but they can definitely hold your money.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll make
They can't
you
make
hold them.
you.
Yeah,
They
that's
can
true.
make you wait for that money.
Yeah. You know one thing one day one week I did this. I was so busy I didn't even have time to count. So I put twos. I put the number 2 in every piece that I sold the store as an inventory, thinking that because we have 4 at one point in time we had 4 weeks. We have to get it right in 4 weeks. I did
Right.
twos at the wrong time, man. Man, I owe the company $3,700. I said, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, see, you don't want to be that far backed up.
Yeah, man. But eventually, what happened was, I got the money back because it was in there. I just didn't, So they played the game. I played the game and I lost. But it was still, I got my money back. So what I didn't do was I didn't pay the money. I just let it kind of, cipher off of what they already owed me that following week, and then they end up giving me the money back. Cause it was
Right.
in there. It just was you know what I mean. It was just a messed up inventory that I did, thinking that I thought I had another week, but I caught it late. So I was like, I was on the last week to get the inventory right because they gave us 4 weeks, and I did it on the 4th week, thinking it was the 3rd week because I was just rushing that day. I didn't have time. So
Right.
yeah, it was a lesson learned.
Yeah. Well, we always, those are the tough ones, the ones that cost. Hold on a second. So yeah, he's talking about the buns, Joel, seen the buns, how cheap they were, the 8-packs in Walmart.
Man. Oh man. And I'm at
Oh yeah, you got to get checked in at Sam's Club in Denver. Yeah, Jay Moore. Yeah, you got to get there early.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if the Pepperidge. I'll ask Brandon about that. If they charge yearly or weekly, have to get checked in the commissary. I always try to get there before Coke, Pepsi, beer, and Frito-Lay. Oh yeah, all those things you named right there with those trucks. You don't ever want to be behind them. At the Walmart that we go to, if they're checking them in, you can hang it up. You gotta wait. They won't even open the door, even though we're scam based, which I get it, but that's just, it's terrible when you get behind them. Hold on a second. What they changed it to every week at the beginning of the year. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joel, for that. Okay.
Yeah.
They changed it to every week. We have a couple commissaries in Colorado. It takes forever to get checked in. The military bases. Yeah, my niece, she's down in VA on one of the down there. She works in that area. So I'm sure all the bases got to be nuts when it comes to the commissaries. But I hear it's pretty decent money. That's just like having a jail. I mean, it's not the same thing, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. What's that?
Yeah.
Just with the amount of people, you know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah.
And the commissary, when people live on a base, so.
Yeah.
Gotta have that bread.
Oh yeah. Even in prison, those federal prisons, I had a federal prison back in the day. Oh man, that was good money.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Money, yeah, I'm honey buns and wheat bread. Oh.
Yeah. Half of them eating good, half of them not. I told you, it's two sides to everything, man. It's two sides to everything.
You get your slit throat over a honey bun. You get the throat slit over a honey bun, man.
Listen, unfortunately, it's like this. Some of them like, I got to get right. I'm going to look good when I come home. And some of them like, what does it matter? I'm not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, prisons. Man. Yeah. Jay just asked, are the prisons definitely one way, right?
Yeah, man. Boom, drop.
Yeah, because you have the not private label, what's that? The bag bread, just the plain bag bread. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, not bringing that out. Sometimes I help the guys out, like at one of the convalescent homes I have. Some of it, if they over order and expires, I take it for them just to bring it back to the depot to trash it. Gotcha. Like a tray of something or whatever, just because they don't really have anywhere to dispose it. But nah, you don't have to give them credit for it. But nah, it's all one way. Those are my favorite stops, man. Them push-ins. You can't lose with the one-way stop. You can't lose.
Yeah.
I order as much bread as they need, and sometimes just make sure they got a little extra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anybody with a one-way and you don't order as much as possible, shame on you.
Oh yeah.
Let me see what Joel. I always try to get on base as early as possible. If you get there after 6, you get sent over to the commercial vehicle inspection station to get vetted, which is sometimes, yeah, man. Yeah, you don't want that.
Man.
You don't want to go through that process. Nah. Yeah, that's your day. That's it. You can hang it up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Listen, I got to get going because I got to get to this practice. I appreciate Clinton. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. Real quick. Yeah. Most of the jails are gonna be scanned accounts because, and I don't know if most of them, even if they're private, and like Clinton said, he had federal, state prisons. Yeah, they're not really exchanging money in anyone's hands. No. So those are all going to be scam based,
or
just
credit.
for the
credit.
Credit accounts.
Company,
so that's how most of those are going to go, especially when you're dealing with state and federal stuff. But fellas, thank you so much for checking in.
Sir.
Appreciate you. Everybody else, Real Bread Life everywhere. Next Thursday, same time, 6:15. Stay blessed. Keep stacking. Catch us on Facebook with 2 E's, Real Bread Life with 2 E's. TikTok is Breadville. Instagram is Real Bread Life. You're watching on YouTube. The website is Real Bread Life. And to get apparel is right here. realbreadlife.printify.me. Anything you get over there will be just to support Real Bread Life so we can keep putting out the content, keep servicing the people, and keep blessing the people with the content. That's all I got for now. I am Jug, RBL, everywhere. Stay blessed. Keep stacking.